Alright guys, Rich here from the RC Network, and this is going to be build update number 1 on my Hot Bodies D413 buggy build. This is their newest 1/10 scale four-wheel drive buggy, and definitely evolutionary. So went ahead and started the build. This build actually started a little bit different than most builds that I've done. The first thing you actually build are the shocks, and I've seen the shocks before, and I definitely appreciate these things. These things are all aluminum threaded body shocks. They do come with plastic caps, which I have heard could be an issue. I'm definitely going to run these, but I have seen talk of aluminum ones being available by Hot Bodies, and I will definitely check that out soon. But all in all, really cool. Nice design. They bled very nicely. They're very smooth. I went ahead and I installed the optional mud guards. I just thought they were kind of cool and different from everyone else. They also include just one without the mud guard, so you can kind of put those on just of your choice. So, but went ahead and got all of the 4 shocks put together and going here. They're ready for the build on down the line. The next thing you do is you build all of the diffs, all 3 diffs, so front, center, and rear. Put those all together, and then the next thing is the turnbuckles. So you're kind of like putting all of the technical stuff together before you actually start building the chassis. So I have held off on putting the turnbuckles together because I'm probably going to go with some Lunsford Titanium turnbuckles. So that'll be on down the line, and I can always put those together as I get into the build here. But I went ahead and I prepped all of my carbon. I prepped the edge by just basically sanding it and just kind of chamfering the edge. And then I went ahead and I CA glued all of the edges because, after all, this is a four-wheel drive off-road buggy and it is a carbon chassis. So we want to try and protect that as much as we can. Now I went ahead and I started to put together the front diff assembly, the center motor mount, and center diff assembly, and then also the rear. Kind of paused last night because I wanted to show you guys the internals of everything, and it is definitely cool. Probably one of the best diffs I've built outside of the Techno, and really cool. These are actual hardened steeled, and they are machined, so they're not pot metal or anything weird. And even with that little pinion gear right there, that is all machined, and it is really cool. Obviously, it's running on ball bearings. It includes shims in the kit, tells you specific places to put the shims, and it is really cool. Now, you do have to pay attention in the owner's manual because if you run a saddle pack configuration, these are actually flip-flop the other way, so both front and rear get flip-flop, so you kind of have to pay attention to that. Now, one cool thing that is definitely kind of evolutionary on the design of this buggy is they actually do this little deal here where it's actually the pinion and it's actually the dog bone outdrive and everything all in one piece. You can see there, kind of rides on those 2 ball bearings, has a little center shim right there, and then it has like a lock ring to keep everything in. So really cool design. These are super sharp, and this is nice stuff. So you can kind of see a curvature right there of the actual pinion, so you have to have the orientation correct. But all in all, really nice design. Really happy with it so far. Dog bones on the center, so everything looks good. One cool thing is they actually give you all the parts to run either a saddle pack, or a shorty pack. So pretty cool. I went ahead and I started up my little parts box that I traditionally do with all of my builds. You can see there's all the carbon pieces for the saddle packs, and then also extra pinion or pistons, and then just part of my rear diff assembly that I haven't put together yet. So I just have that staged for this morning's build. So, but all in all, everything has went great. As far as the owner's manual, definitely want to thank Jason over at Short Course World for pointing out some of this stuff. But you open bag 1 and you do step 1. And you use all the parts, so that is definitely cool. Now, throughout the manual, I went ahead and I highlighted the shorty direction. So it's kind of cool how they have this all designed. They have shorty up top, and they have saddle pack down below. So I went ahead and highlighted it for my own sanity when you're working late and you want to, kind of get ahead and get this thing built. So pretty cool. Other things is they give you real world dimensions of all of the screws. And one other thing they actually mention is they actually mention the size of the driver you need. So right there you need a 2mm driver to make this all work. So I know that there was a mention of needing a 1.3mm hex for the diffs and some of the other parts on it. So I went ahead and I picked up this MIP driver here. This is a 1.3mm, but it's kind of strange because I found that the 50,000s actually fit a little bit better. Although it was just slightly loose, this one just didn't quite fit all the way into those diffs, and I didn't want to strip anything out. So I ended up just using the 50,000s, which fit perfectly. So they're almost identical in size. I mean, we're talking thousands of probably a millimeter at this point. So, but anyways, that is it for build update number 1. I've got some more building to do, and I want to get this thing on the track. So, any questions or comments, please feel free to post those on down below. And as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now, guys. Over and out.